to FanDuel TV, the first ever live 24-hour sports betting network. FanDuel leads as America's biggest gaming brand and only team bringing you the future of sports content. I'm Lisa Kerney, and this is your home. Thank you for sharing this thrilling journey with us as FanDuel makes history, becoming the first linear and digital network dedicated entirely to sports betting. Fast-paced, engaging content, and actionable real-time wagering all day long right from your phone. We're marking the beginning of this new era, but kicking off season 5 of this show. We are excited to be here. You're watching More Ways to Win, and it is a privilege to be the first to bring FanDuel TV to you. I'm your host, alongside our sports content betting expert,
whatever you want to call me,
Dave Weaver. We're inside our Los Angeles studio. I'm telling you, same TV channel, same betting platform, but a whole new look.
It's going to be awesome. We look good in blue, I'll tell you that. Great to be a part of FanDuel TV, and what timing to do it right at the beginning of the NFL season. We waited 6 months for this finally to come back.
And here we are, and I tell you what, the future's now. Football won't wait, so let's get right to it. The team is all here. Sports Talk Radio host Andrew Filipponi with us from Pittsburgh. Of course, our NFL expert, Cole Wright. He's hyped in Chicago. We got a lot to get to in this hour. So let's get to it. New NFL season, new network, and new show. Let's roll. Before we get to our experts here who are clearly hyped, a reminder to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app so you can make any bet right from your phone. And as a special thank you, FanDuel has a special offer for week 1 of the NFL season. You'll get $150 in free bets when you place your first $5 wager. So new users, sign up, deposit at least $10 into your account, place your first $5 bet to get that $150 in free bets. Deposit, wager, win. It is truly that easy. And of course, we're kicking off the show with the game that kicks off the season. And what a matchup this is. The defending Super Bowl champions against the Super Bowl favorites to win it this year. The Rams hosting the Bills. Huge Thursday night game. Los Angeles, a 2.5-point underdog at home. SoFi is going to be absolutely rocking. Dave and Pony, guys, Super Bowl champs, 8-1 outright in week 1 of the following season over the last 9 years. Dave, I'm going to get to you, but Pony, I'm going to start with you. How does that impact the way you're betting this one?
I'm going to take the Rams. I mean, the Rams, they kept their team intact. They replaced stars with stars, so they didn't get any worse. Aaron Donald didn't retire. He's swinging helmets at people, but he's not suspended for this game. Von Miller's going to play for Buffalo in this game. But the Rams replaced him with Bobby Wagner, the all-pro Seahawks linebacker. And then at wide receiver, Dave, yeah, I get it. OBJ was such a revelation for them last year. But here comes Allen Robinson. And just like Matt Stafford, he was dying to play for a good team. Allen Robinson has been thirsting for a good quarterback. He finally gets one in Matt Stafford. And I think that combo with Cooper Kupp, too. Now, the Rams, they should be favored in this game, and they will win outright, plus 108 on the money line.
I'm with you because I think Robinson's obviously a good pickup, but to me, this is about coaching and Sean McVay not accepting early season losses. He's never lost a week 1 game, 5-0 against the spread, all of those wins, and this is his 6th year as the coach of the Rams, and they know what to do early on. On the flip side of that, remember what happened last year. Buffalo was supposed to be a really good team, and right out of the box, they lose to the Steelers at home, scoring only 17 points in that game. So even though they scored 76 points in a couple of games combined in the playoffs last year, their offense was fine-tuned. I don't think it will be early on because the Rams simply do not give up points at SoFi. 18 games in the history of that stadium, 16.9 points per game on average. I think their defense is going to show up, and Buffalo's high-flying offense isn't going to get on track until later on in the year.
You know how much I love stats. Thank you, Dave. Let's get to Cole here. Cole, you heard the guys' picks. Of course, want you to give us the winner of this game. But first, I need you to start by picking who just made the better argument there. We got Pony, we got Dave. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was a little distracted by Pony's beard. He's over here looking like a young Merlin Olsen. So tip of the cap to you, Pony. Dave, I haven't forgot about you. You're looking pretty sharp in that suit. But when it comes to defending champs, plus 2.5, that's an absolute railroad job. Now, the last 3 Super Bowl champs, they've all gone on to win the division: Tampa Bay, Kansas City, New England, and the Rams. What are they looking to do? Looking to be the first team since the Patriots in 03 and 04 to go back-to-back. It's been quite some time, 20 years. Reminds me I had to pluck a few grades out of here before showtime. Now, Matt Stafford, he's going to be on that quest to go get another ring and another 5,000-yard passing season. So go with the Rams here, big time. 27-21, that's the fun.
Yeah, coming out hot on this show. Heard it here first on More Ways to Win. Just putting that out there. All right, thank you, Cole. Moving on to another great Week 1 matchup. Tom Brady and the BUCS head to Big D, taking on those Cowboys. This is a Sunday Night Football matchup, and for all my fans out there that love offense, this one is for you. These two teams, top 2 in total offense, passing offense, and scoring offense just last year. And guys, Tom Brady flat out comes to play Week 1. He's 14-3 outright in his last 17 season openers. BUCS 1.5-point road favorites in Dallas. A very tight line, Dave. I know that you aren't enamored with the stat that I just threw out there. How are you betting this one?
Well, he's 14-3 because he's always got the favorite. You know, whether it be the Patriots or the BUCS, they're always favored in those games. But he's not covering. He's actually 2-6 against the spread in his last 8 Week 1 games. Last year, they were a 9.5-point favorite. Same matchup, by the way, in Week number 1. It was the Cowboys at Tampa. Tampa was losing until the last second. They kicked the game-winning field goal, just squeaked by. They didn't cover, and I think they're going to struggle here in Week number 1. I'm not confident that Tom Brady is even going to have a decent game. You know, his Pro Bowl center, Jensen, is out for the year. I think it could be a rough return from his short retirement for Tom Brady with this Dallas defense getting at him often. I think the Cowboys are the right spot in this game, Pony.
Well, what's Tom Brady's record when he starts a season after leaving training camp to tape a reality show? I think it's 0-0. There is no precedent. He's 45 years old. He left for some secretive, shrouded in secrecy reason. I don't like that. There's a lot of things going on in Tampa Bay that raise these two eyebrows right here, like the fact that the center is gone and both guards are gone too. So it could be a lot of pressure up the middle for a guy who doesn't move. He might get Botoxed and have a younger face, but he doesn't move like he did in his 20s. So I think we see a disjointed start to the season. It's also the return of Todd Bowles as the head coach. So excited for that. Look at that putrid record. No, I think Tampa Bay, they're shaking off a lot of cobwebs in this game, and Dallas is going to win and cover.
Can't hold the Jets record against Todd Bowles. Come on, that's not
Just
fair.
did.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you can move your eyebrows after all of that work you've had done. We see you, Pony. Anyway, also, we see this league for what it is. It's a quarterback-driven league. Dak Prescott, by the way, coming off a career-high 37 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions last season. He is poised and primed for this season. Cole, coming to you here. It is a tight spread. You heard the guys' picks. What do you think about this one?
Well, if Tom Brady only has a second and a half to throw the ball, you know he's going to get it out in about 1.2. And Cowboys fans, I don't want you to jump on me right here, but I think you could be in trouble Week 1 because when you take into consideration that the average player and the average quarterback, they only play for about 3 years and never get to play in a Super Bowl. Well, Tom Brady's played in 4 of the last 6, and the dude has a 50% success rate in those last 6. He's won 3 of them. So like Pony said, if you're 45 years old and you feel like going down to Atlantis and checking out that gigantic saltwater fish tank with your supermodel wife, you know what? You can go ahead and do that because after all, you are Tom Brady and you can do GOAT-like stuff like that. You can also go and blow out the Cowboys Week 1, 34-20. It's going to be a tight one, kind of like that slimming black suit that someone's wearing.
He's grateful, by the way. We'll get back to Dave here in a moment. We've got a bunch more Week 1 games picks coming up this hour, including my Chiefs on the road in Arizona. Stick around to hear the guys debate and make their picks on that. But there are hundreds more bets you can make on the FanDuel Sportsbook app right now, including player props, team props, season specials, and so much more. So we're going to dive into some of those right now. All right, we just talked Cowboys, so let's keep it going with a popular season-long bet here. Let's do it. Will a a team go over or under a certain win total. That's the market you can find right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Cowboys were 12-5 last season. Line for Dallas regular season win total this year. It is 10.5. Dave and Cole, you going over or under that? Dave, age before beauty, so you go ahead.
You know, even though I like the Cowboys to beat the BUCS, I don't think that they have to win 11 games this year. You know, they lost Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson Jr., their offensive tackle, Connor Williams, who started 30 games over the last couple of seasons for them. So they're missing some key pieces from last year. And I think every single team in this division, Philadelphia, Washington, even the Giants, are going to be better than they were last year, or at least have the potential to be better. So I don't think there's any reason to think that the Cowboys have to get to 11. I'm going under.
Dave, I feel we were right there, man, because that makes a whole lot of sense. And when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys fans, I know you want to go out there and win 3 Lombardi trophies each and every single year, but there can only be one winner. There's nothing wrong with that. And like you said, there's improved teams in the division. Philly will be better. The Commanders, they look like a stronger team, and that may chip away at that 12-win total from a season ago. Now, I think Dallas, they do win the division. Dave, I'm with you on that one, but I think they do so 10-7, maybe 10-6-1. We'll see how it all shakes out.
All right, guys, let's get to a season-long player prop here. Which quarterback will have the most passing yards in the regular season? We've got Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, the favorite, with 3 quarterbacks tied at plus 800 for the second shortest odds. You see them right there on your screen. Dave and Pony coming to you for your picks here. And Dave, you first.
Well, Pony and I have agreed about everything so far, so he probably likes Justin Herbert as much as I do, except he usually doesn't go with the chalk, and he deserves to be the chalk. Look, in his rookie season 2 years ago, he didn't even play the first couple of games, and he ended up with 4,300 yards. He leapfrogged to 5,000 last year, finished second behind Brady. His receiving duo of Allen and Williams is incredible. Eckler likes to catch balls out of the backfield. That's going to give him some more yards. I think he's a can't miss to have a 5,300-yard year, and to me, that is going to be enough to give him this title, Pony.
Passer is a misleading stat, because usually the quarterback that amasses the most passing yards does not play for a winning team. It's usually a non-playoff team where you've got a good quarterback that needs to throw a lot to keep his team in games. And that's why I'm going with Russell Wilson. I am down on the Broncos this year. I do not think in that very competitive AFC West that they're going to, I think they'll be in last place, as a matter of fact. They want him to cook. He wants to throw a million times. That's why he orchestrated the trade. I like Wilson. 25-1, great value on FanDuel.
And we're going to break down the Broncos at the Seahawks a little later in the show, so stick around for that. And right now, we're going to get to season special bet listed on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Which team will have the best regular season record? Bills, Bucks, Packers have the shortest odds. You see them right there. There's definitely some real good value, though, on some of the other teams on this list. So Pony and Cole, Pony getting you back in here, going chalk, taking one of the teams with longer odds. Pony, right back to you. You first.
Yeah, I like the Chargers. I'm big on LA this year. They've got the perfect storm of quarterback on a rookie contract, which allowed them to spend in free agency and in trades. Now you've got the edge rushers with Mack and Bosa. You've got a great shutdown corner in Jackson. Their offensive line can protect for Herbert. I love them to have a huge year.
Pony, I've said it once, I've said it a million times before, man. The Chargers are nothing but the West Coast Dolphins. And Lisa, I already gave the sage advice that you want to go with Tampa over Dallas. So hear this. If you're Tom Brady and you feel like taking 11 days off before the regular season, a sabbatical, a reality show taping, whatever you want to call it, for most players, that's bad. For the Pharaoh, that's good, and it's going to mean that he's going to be locked in. They also had the 7th easiest schedule, so I'm going to go with the BUCS, 13-4. Take it to the bank.
No middle ground on that. You're either way far this way or way far that way on what Tom Brady was doing. He said he's 45. Yep. He's got a lot going on. Okay, I get it. But of course, there are dozens of player props for this one. We are going to look at Christian McCaffrey. It's a tough one here. Over or under 875.5 regular season rushing yards for CMC. And remember, the Panthers running back, Dave, has played just 10 games over the last 2 seasons because of all of those injuries, something to factor in here. We're going to get to running backs a little bit more later in the show, but Pony and Dave, this is for you. You're going over or under? And actually, I'm going to go to Pony first. What do you think?
taking the over. His first 3 years, this guy was durable. He played 16 games in all 3 of those seasons. I've talked to some medical people, as a matter of fact. Our buddy Dr. Chow, Dave. These are not chronic injuries with McCaffrey. He thinks they're more fluke one-off injuries. So I think he plays double-digit games, and if he gets there, I can assure you he's going to go over that number, get probably over 1,000 rushing yards on the season. I'm betting on McCaffrey to rebound and stay healthy this year.
Well, I actually have those. I looked at Dr. Chow's report here. Those injuries, 5 injuries over those 23 games missed. High ankle sprain, right shoulder sprain, thigh strain, hamstring strain, and ankle sprain. Seems like he's just always finding ways to get hurt. Yeah, they're not ACLs, they're not broken bones, but he's continually hurt. And if you're going to hold Todd Bowles accountable for his record against the Jets, how about the new offensive coordinator, Ben McAdoo? When he was the head coach of the Giants, their rushing attack in his 2 years there, 29th and 26th. I don't think they can rely on Christian McCaffrey like they did when they just handed off the ball all the time 3 and 4 years ago. He's not that same player right now. I'm taking the under. I don't think he makes it through the season.
All right, thanks, guys. Great stuff. And CMC is just one of many running backs that you can wager on at the FanDuel Sportsbook right now. And coming up, we're highlighting more top backs and whether our guys are going over or under on their odds as well. We're getting you ready for week 1 now, just days away. I am so excited to be here kicking this thing off. We're just getting started here on More Ways to Win as well. Coming up, our betting experts reveal their best Week 1 spread bet. And we're dipping in on daily fantasy as we sit just days away here from that big kickoff on Thursday night. Our DFS expert hooking you up with 3 strategies to set your Week 1 lineup. Stick around. We're coming right back.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Dale, 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 dale. En el baile, todos se, todos se, todos se.
Saturday on FanDuel TV, the Grade 1 TVG Pacific Classic, a win-and-ear-in challenge race for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Presented by Accelerate, standing at Lanes End Farm, Del Mar, Saturday. First post, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Play to win with TVG. Download the app or go to tvg.com. Access handicapping tools, expert picks, past performances, and more. Place bets with ease, view potential payouts, and now share your bets with friends. Stream live races from anywhere. Join now and get your first single horse win wager up to $200 back if you lose. TVG, onto the app, off to the races.
Every moment in life is a bet, like betting on these discount snacks. But life doesn't offer you $150 in free bets when you bet just $5. So when it comes to the NFL, bet on FanDuel and make every moment more.
Hey, big man. Oh, hey. Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true. I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours.
This is Omaha Steaks. This is Omaha Steaks. So's this. And this. And even this. And yeah, this too. There are so many ways to enjoy our guaranteed perfection. Just a little everyday wisdom from Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com/TV today and you'll get 8 free burgers. Never tried Omaha Steaks? Save an extra $20 with code SUMMER at checkout.
On FanDuel Casino, we make it easy to turn your site credit into real money. Unlike other casinos who make you wager your site credit over and over before you can withdraw it, we play fair. Just play through it once and you keep what you win. Turning all your site credit into real cash is that simple. Plus, you'll get paid your way, quickly and securely. Come see why FanDuel Casino promotions give you so much more than other online casinos. Join FanDuel Casino and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down on your first day.
Welcome back to FanDuel TV and inside our Los Angeles studio here as we get you ready for week 1. I'm Lisa Kerney, and this is More Ways to Win, and that's exactly what we give you. And always with a fun twist. New season, new segment, so here we go. What do you get when you combine bets and emojis? Betmojis and a whole lot of trash talk. I know I had to do it. So let's get everybody in here, guys. I'm going to ask one of you your best week 1 bet. You give me your pick, make your best case of why you're backing a certain team, and then the other two guys will react to your pick with an emoji. So the pressure's on to not only make the pick right, but to convince the other guys that it's not terrible. All right, Dave, you're up first. Give me your best week 1 spread bet.
So that's what Cole's new toy was over there. I see. So my best bet of the week is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look, there's no Ben Roethlisberger. Oh, no, the sky is falling in Pittsburgh. Who are the Cincinnati Bengals to be favored by 6.5 points over the Steelers? In the last, 8 or 9 years, they've been favored against the Steelers 5 times. They've covered once. And by the way, Tomlin, without Ben Roethlisberger as a dog, is 13, let me get this right here, 13-3-2 against the spread, 81%, with quarterbacks like Mason Rudolph, Dennis Dixon, Duck Hodges, Michael Vick, Byron Leftwich, Charlie Batch, and Landry Jones. So whoever's starting at quarterback for the Steelers, I'm fine with it because Mike Tomlin is their coach. Give me the Steelers plus the 6.5.
All right, Pony. Dave likes the Steelers getting the points. What do you think about that pick? Being in Pittsburgh?
You're always confused. That's normal.
I thought Dave was off to a great start. After 4 years, he finally had decided, I'm just going to copy Pony's picks and ride his coattails. But he lost me on this one. No way.
All right, so now you get to pull the trigger here. You're up. What's your best spread bet for week 1, Pony?
Well, I'm going to go to, this is the trendy bowl. These are 2 teams. Everyone loves the Eagles and the Lions. The Lions on Hard Knocks, they get a bump from that. The Eagles make all these moves, the A.J. Brown trade. So 2 teams that bettors love. But I'm taking Philly in this game. They go to Detroit. They absolutely crushed them last year there. Their offensive line is the best in the NFL. The top rushing efficiency in the league. It wasn't Baltimore last year. It was the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, Detroit, they got a 6th-round pick on Hard Knocks they're making a big deal about. Going to start at inside linebacker. He's going to get run over by this great Eagles offensive line, and they're going to cover easily week 1.
All right, Pony likes the Eagles giving those points. Dave?
This is for Pony's beard. It has nothing to do about the game. LOL. By the way, Pony's like 0-20 on the Steelers-Bengals matchup. He always gets it wrong, so I'm fine that he gave me the confused on that one.
And Joe Burrow, by the way, also in the media saying, yeah, I'm not 100% yet. Take it for what it is, but we'll see what we get from Burrow in this matchup. All right, you guys, thank you very much. You can tailor, guys, or make your own bets on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. New users, take advantage of this special week 1 offer. Deposit at least $10 into your account. Make a bet of at least $5. You're going to get $150 in free bets because, yeah, we love you, America. Thanks for hanging with us as we roll on here on More Ways to Win. And we shift to daily fantasy sports now because FanDuel offers a bunch of DFS contests where you can win thousands of dollars just by starting the right players. And there's a method to the madness of getting the best value from each position. And you've got to have the right strategy when setting your lineup. Jim Sonis is a senior writer and analyst for Number Fire. He's got some tips to get you ready for week 1. What's up, Jim?
Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, DFS season is finally back, and it is a thrill to be back here talking to you about some key tenets to playing DFS on FanDuel. The first one for me is to consider stacking. Stacking is where you pair two players in the same team within the same FanDuel lineup. This way, if that team goes off, your odds of identifying the players who are must-haves for that week are a lot higher. You can also double dip. If your quarterback throws a touchdown to his tight end, and you have both guys in your lineup, you get points not just for the passing touchdown, but also for the receiving touchdown. Number two for me is to target high-scoring games. High-scoring games feature a lot of touchdowns, and touchdowns are a massive bonus for you on FanDuel with 6 points for receiving a rushing touchdown and 4 points per passing touchdown. You want as many touchdowns as you can get in your roster, and those are more likely to come from high-scoring games. I especially love high-scoring games with tight spreads where I can get players on both sides, hoping to identify if that game can shoot out for the week. Finally, you do want to value targets on FanDuel despite the fact that it is a half PPR scoring site. For running backs specifically, a target is worth twice as many points on average as a carry. And that's a target, not a reception. I want my running backs to catch passes for the most part. You can have guys who blow up without catching passes, but those guys are more so the exception rather than the rule. So despite the fact FanDuel is a half PPR scoring site, we do still want to prioritize pass catching work for running backs because it gives them multiple paths to having a big game. Those are my key tenets to playing the DFS on FanDuel. Lisa, I'll be back with you again soon to talk about some key players to target, but overall, these three things should put you on the right path toward filling out winning lineups on FanDuel.
Yes, Jim, coming in hot every week with us with all that value. Thank you, Jim. Set your lineups, FanDuel.com right now. Follow Jim on Twitter at JimSonis. And, of course, check out the daily Covering the Spread podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Still more to come here on More Ways to Win. The Week 1 slate is lit with prime matchups. Our experts are breaking them all down. Plus, the regular season MVP goes to... well, gotta stick around to find out our experts' best value bet on the board right now. We'll come right back.
The Hisense 100-day guarantee. You'll regret nothing about the TV. You'll still have all those regrets about the poor choices you've made in your life.
Damn straight, semi-famous brand ambassador. And now you can get awarded $100 when you buy a Hisense Google TV. That's $100 if you love it. 100 days to return it if you don't. Choose love. Choose Hisense.
Do you want to throw like a pro? In my new video series, I'll teach you to throw like me.
The only thing I want to learn is how to properly eat a Jumbo Jack.
First, you want to hold the Jumbo Jack with 2 hands.
Order all your favorites with the Jack mobile app today.
Hey, big man. Oh, hey. Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just gonna keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Twisted Tea fans love football, so we're surprising them with a Twisted Tea drop. We're kicking off game day with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Cold, refreshing, and goes down smooth with 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Tuesday, join FanDuel TV on Track Live for the Grade 3 Virginia Derby and Phillies shine in the Virginia Oaks. Play Tuesday. Colonial Downs First Post, 1:45 Eastern, 10:45 Pacific.
Leading off the top of the third. Oh, it's a bloop single to center.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Dave, who just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the 3rd inning. What are you feeling right now?
Lisa, I haven't been this happy since the 2nd inning.
Well, enjoy your win. Well earned.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the 9th, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in free bets guaranteed.
Hey everybody. everybody. You're watching More Ways to Win on FanDuel TV. Thanks for hanging with us. We're going to get you right back into our Week 1 game previews, and we are focusing on the Chiefs at the Cardinals. Two of the best young quarterbacks will be featured in this game, but I got to say it, Patrick Mahomes and Kyler Murray, now both without top targets here. Tyreek Hill led the Chiefs in receiving yards last year. He's now with the Dolphins. Cardinals wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins suspended for PEDs for the first 6 games. He led Arizona in receiving touchdowns last season. Dave and Pony, Kansas City, a 3.5-point road favorite. Pony, do the thing.
I'm not falling for your enthusiasm. I heard your voice pick up there as soon as you mentioned the Chiefs, Lisa. It's not going to work on me. I like Arizona in this game, at least with the Cardinals with Hopkins out. They went out and traded for Hollywood Brown, so they've got a legitimate, maybe not a star #1 wide receiver, but they've got someone who's an adequate replacement. I don't see that with the loss of Tyreek Hill, Dave. Juju Smith-Schuster, come on. The guy can't catch a ball more than 10 yards downfield. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I mean, these are not real replacements for one of the most dynamic receivers, plus Honey Badger on defense. Nobody brought in to really offset his loss. So I like Arizona to upset Kansas City in Week 1.
Remember, Arizona is a very quick starting team. We saw that last year. They were the hottest team in football, 7-0 to begin the year. And the Chiefs have not covered a Week 1 matchup against an NFC opponent since 1994. Okay, that is a little bit of clickbait because they've only had 2 of those matchups in those, decades, which goes to show you how weird of a matchup this is. Unfamiliar teams, they play once every 4 years. The last 3 times the Chiefs have gone to Arizona, they haven't covered. And I just think that Arizona, we know how they start right off the bat, loving to fire out early. I think they'll do that in this spot. Pony, we need to stop agreeing. Lisa, this is crazy. I mean, we keep picking the same teams, except he likes the Bengals.
Well, there is that, but he's going 166 on the money line. You taking that plus money, huh?
I will too.
All right, there we go. All right, let's get to a big NFC North battle. Aaron Rodgers and Packers in Minnesota to kick off this season. Rodgers called out his young receivers in training camp, so we will have to see how they respond. They're on notice. The Vikings are looking to bounce back from a disappointing 8-9 season last year. All right, guys, the Packers, 2.5-point road favorites here. Dave, which side do you like?
I like the Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to have a huge year offensively. Their new head coach coming over from the Rams, Kevin O'Connell, brings Wes Phillips from that offensive scheme that we know what happened last year with Stafford and Kupp. I can see that happening here with Cousins and Jefferson. Thielen could have a big year. They still have Dalvin Cook out of the backfield. So I think everything that we saw from the Rams last year is going to transfer over to this powerhouse offense that Minnesota's had. No more Mike Zimmer. Good. He liked to run the ball 40 times a game, Pony. I think this is going to be a new style of football for the Vikings, and people are going to love it.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer, that was a real stupid idea. Give the ball to Dalvin Cook, Dave. Wow, what an idiot that he wanted to give the ball to one of the best running backs in the entire league. Put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands over Dalvin Cook. Okay. I don't like rookie head coaches in Week 1. That's one trend. This is not a big line. It's a small one. It's less than a field goal. So that is a trend. You can go look that up, folks, if you're watching this. Do a little research. You'll find that coaches who have never been an NFL head coach before struggle mightily in Week 1, and I think that continues. Dave wants to go on and on about the Vikings offense. He didn't say peep about the Vikings defense. Why? Because he didn't want to. He knows it's bad. He knows it's going to get exposed in this game, and the Packers are going to cover.
Yeah, Packers in their last 6 games against the Vikings are 4-2 against the spread. All right, let's shift to a season-long award here as we dip in on these markets available for you right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. The most prestigious award given out each year is the regular season MVP. Of course, quarterbacks dominate the list. It's right there. You can see the favorites all at that position right there on your screen. Guys, I want you each to give me your best value MVP pick. And why is this stud taking it home? Dave, start us off.
Well, I could go Kirk Cousins, but I'm not. I'm going to stick with my guy from the Chargers, Justin Herbert, who I think is going to win the passing title, get 5,300 yards, and I also think his team is going to win the division and go 13-4. So if you win one of the toughest divisions in football and you throw for more yards than anybody else, how could you not be the MVP? Give me Herbert.
Can't go wrong with that pick, but I'm going to take more value and give it to Joe Burrow. Dave's going to hate that because all of a sudden he's anti-Bengals. I mean,
Small hands,
what a disappointment they were, going all the way to the Super Bowl last year. Their offensive line, much better. Joe Burrow ain't going to get sacked 55 times this year or 9 times like he did in a playoff game. He's got all those great weapons. Jamar Chase will be even better this year. Mark my words. I'm going with Smokin' Joe Burrow.
All right, guys, let's focus now on the rookies and take a look at the odds for the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. We're going to go around the horn again. You guys each give me your pick. Dave, someone on the screen here, you going rogue?
I think I'm on the screen. Is Sky Moore on the screen? Because that's my guy. This kind of goes back to what Pony was just talking about, mentioning Valdez-Scantling and Juju. You know, these guys maybe aren't going to be able to carry the load for the Chiefs, and Mahomes is going to have to find a new favorite target. That could be Sky Moore, nearly 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns last year at Western Michigan. The guy played quarterback in high school. He's getting really comfortable now with being a receiver. He's in the big leagues now, and Mahomes is going to find him early and often. Plus 1,300, Sky Moore. By the way, at the rookie dinner, Pony, they pulled that old prank where they gave him the $22,000 bill. It made him sweat, but in the end, he didn't have to pay it.
Well, symmetry here. He was a quarterback in high school. You know who his wide receiver was, Dave?
No.
Mike Tomlin's son.
Oh,
he's
I
a
did not know
Pittsburgh
that.
kid. He's a great guy. I'm a big Sky Moore fan. You can't go wrong with that pick either, but I'm going to go with my guy, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett here. I know he's not going to start week 1. They're going to throw Mitch Trubisky to the Wolves. They're going to let him get eaten alive by the Bengals and maybe the Patriots in week 2. And on his beautiful white horse comes Kenny Pickett wearing his 2 gloves, 20th overall pick, 50-plus college starts, 3rd in the Heisman Trophy balloting last year. This guy is a chip off the Joe Burrow block, so composed, so confident, and he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I knew right where you were going, Pony. And we had a great conversation on the More Ways to Win podcast just last week about both of those guys, Sky Moore, Kenny Pickett, huge playmakers. Cannot wait to see what they get done this season. Great stuff by you guys. Coming up, we're making it rain. The guys have $100 virtual dollars to bet on week 1 games. See where their money's going. Plus, it's one of the most popular preseason bets. Who is going to win the Super Bowl? Our betting experts reveal their best value plays and pick a season champ. We're coming right back here on FanDuel TV.
On FanDuel Casino, we make it easy to turn your site credit into real money. Unlike other casinos who make you wager your site credit over and over before you can withdraw it, we play fair. Just play through it once and you keep what you win. Turning all your site credit into real cash is that simple. Plus, you'll get paid your way, quickly and securely. Come see why FanDuel Casino promotions give you so much more than other online casinos. Join FanDuel Casino and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down on your first day.
I started TVG behind the scenes, actually as a researcher, back in the very, very beginning, 1999. Never had any aspirations of being an on-air personality or a handicapper. Somebody had called in sick. I think I was the only one left in the entire building and said, Dave, you got to go on. So nervous. And I got to do my first show. And eventually I would kind of fill in here and there, and the rest is history. I think a lot of people know that my favorite bet is called the Ice Cold Exacta. And not to rip my colleagues, that I know a lot of them love the pick 4 and the pick 5, but there's just something about crushing an exacta that if you're right in that moment, you get paid. It doesn't matter if you're wrong in the next race, and the next race, and the next race. You already hit and you cash that bet. I think a lot of people are into the home run and trying to get those 4 or 5 or even 6 races in a row. It's a difficult thing for me to do. So I like to zero in on just that one bet. A win bet to me still doesn't pay enough, but if I can hit that ice cold exacta, it makes my day.
Hey, big man. Hey. Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just gonna keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
With the all-new TVG Referral Center, referring friends has never been easier. See all the friends you've referred, track their progress as they complete each step, and view your total referral earnings all in one place. You get a $25 bonus for every friend that signs up and funds their account. Plus, they'll get our sign-up offer. Find the new Referral Center on the TVG Promotions page or in the More section of the app. Or get more details at tvg.com/referral.
Welcome back, everybody, to FanDuel TV. You're watching More Ways to Win. Thanks for hanging with us in our Los Angeles studio. Lisa Kerney, Dave Weaver here. Dave, we're going to get a little confidence competition going here. Bring in the swagger, you know, with the sports betting twist. I got to get Pony back in here and go over the rules. Each of you have 100 virtual dollars. You have to use it to bet one spread, one money line, one total from week one. Minimum bet, by the way, $20. None of that $1 Bob stuff. The bigger the bet, the more confident you are, and we'll keep track of this over the season to see just how well you guys do, because you know how much I love accountability time. All right, Dave, get us started.
If it's a confidence contest, I'll never lose. I could go 0-100, and I'm still going to be confident that I'm going to be picking winners, and that's what I'm going to do here, Pony, starting with my biggest bet right in your face with the Steelers, $60 plus the 6.5 to cover against the Bengals, like Mike Tomlin always does against the Bengals. They should never be close to a touchdown favorite against the Steelers. So that's 60 of my dollars. That leaves me 40. I'm going to split it in half. $20 goes on the Chargers on the money line. They should be like minus 700. They're less than minus 200. They're playing the doormat of the division in the Raiders. I love the Chargers this year. I thought they would be the biggest favorite of the week. I'm very surprised this line is so small. I'm going to make them my slam dunk money line bet. And then the total, I'm going with the low number, 41.5 on the Falcons and Saints. Remember, Jameis Winston last year hung 5 touchdowns on the Packers in game 1. I think he could do something similar here for against the Falcons. So I think that game, even though it's a low total, will have a lot of points.
Yeah, I'm going to do, in terms of dollar amounts, Dave, I'm going to copy you. We had a guy last year that manipulated this whole game.
Yeah.
Not going to name him, but he completely threw a monkey wrench into this thing. I'm not doing that, okay? So I'm going to start at $60 here. Saints to cover against Atlanta. Atlanta's atrocious. And for New Orleans, the green light for Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas. Even though they don't have Drew Brees, famous Jameis is back, and they will blow out Atlanta minus 5.5. $60 on that. The next 20, money line. I'm going to take Cleveland. I know, I'm going out on a limb here. Baker Mayfield's already talking trash. I think when Baker Mayfield gets it in his head that, you know, he's going to put the team on his back and he's going to be the hero, he loses. That happened all year last year in Cleveland, and I think it's going to come back to bite him again in this matchup. Too emotional for this game. I like Cleveland to upset Carolina. And then lastly, 20 on the under in Dallas and Tampa Bay. I like the Cowboys to win the game. In order for that to happen, we need to see the Buccaneers offense look like they're not on the same page with their offensive line problems and Brady leaving camp. So that's why I am taking the under in Cowboys Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield talking trash? No.
All right, some interesting strategies there. We'll see which one is the best after the week 1 games, and we'll keep this thing going all season long. As I mentioned, accountability is key on this show. Here we go. From week 1 to the Super Bowl, which 2 teams will be representing their conference in the big game? Let's bring everyone in here. Put up the odds for the NFC champion. We've got Bucks, Packers, Rams. You see there the shortest odds. Everyone's pick here needs to come in. Dave, who's winning that conference?
The Vikings defense is better than Pony's giving them credit for. That division is down. You know, the Bears and the Lions and even the Packers without Devontae Adams are not going to be as good this year. I think they're going to be able to win that division. They're not going to be the #1 seed, but they can make some magic happen in the postseason. And at a big, big number, I think the Vikings can go all the way.
Well, I'm going to go with the Rams. You know, usually I don't like back-to-back. I don't like teams to repeat. But in this case, you're getting more value than you usually get, 5-1. And of all the great teams in the NFC, the least upheaval. Green Bay lost Devontae Adams. Tom Brady retired and came back. You know, Dallas, I don't take them seriously as a true contender. So among those teams, I like LA to win at 5-1.
Dave, I would love to say I like where your head's at because purple is a color of royalty, but the Vikings, you can't be serious with that. But I'm real serious when I go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because, of course, they're looking for a little payback, some retribution versus those Rams. And Tom Brady, he needed 11 days of reflection to focus on everything that needs to get done this season. And Week 9, Rams, BUCS, that's going to really let us know what the BUCS are made of. It's going to be a huge litmus test. And something tells me when you see a matchup in the game to get to the Super Bowl, obviously, well, you know Tom Brady and them, and they're going to follow through. That's where I'm going.
All right, let's get to the conference that's actually going to win the Super Bowl. Same drill for the AFC, Bills and Chiefs. The shortest odds for this conference. I'm not going to be annoying all season long, I promise. I'm a big Chiefs fan, obviously. Dave, who do you like on this list, though?
AFC is absolutely stacked. You're right. So many teams that you can consider here, but I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think this is just their year. Defensively solid, offensively have as good a weapons as you could possibly ask for, and they did not make the playoffs last year. I think that is going to sting a little bit the way that went down with the Raiders in week number 18. And I think that this just means that they want it that much more. This is their year. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I think across the board, Dave, I'm doing it too. I think across the board, they are a more talented team than the Chiefs. The only question I have is Andy Reid versus Brandon Staley. Staley is all in on analytics. It backfired a lot last year. I think he'll have better luck this season. If the Chargers were in a market where the city actually cared about them, I think they'd actually be higher. They're still somehow under the radar because not a lot of people care in LA. I love the Chargers at plus 850.
I do too.
Well, if you guys love the Chargers, yeah. If you love the Chargers, I bet back in the day you were walking around wearing British Knights. Not great. A little bit of a smokescreen right there. And Dave, I take exception when you say that the Las Vegas Raiders are the doormats of the division because this is going to be the year where they turn things around. They haven't won the division in 20 years. They haven't won the conference in 20 years. They have a new head coach. They have a new wide receiver who, oh, by the way, is the best pass catcher in all the game, but they still have that same attitude. They're going to go out there and they're going to just win, baby. So can they keep pace? That's going to be the biggest question mark right about now. But either way, well, I feel good about Derek Carr. I feel good about the Raiders, and you should too.
They better win every game 47-44.
I feel good about kicking off this season.
They don't need defense. It's going to be a boat race.
Yes, I cannot wait to see what's ahead of us. That's preview of their Super Bowl picks. Stick around for our experts' best value Super Bowl wagers a little bit later in the show. All right, y'all. We are just getting started. Coming up, we've talked about a bunch of spreads for week 1. Next, we're giving total bets a little love.
Dale, 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 dale. En el baile, todo sube, todo sube, todo sube.
Dale, 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 dale. One out, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, Steve, you just got a nice win on FanDuel, and it's just the top of the first. How do you feel?
All those nights of studying film really paid off.
You mean watching baseball?
That's correct.
Whether you want to bet a hit in the first or a homer in the ninth, every at-bat is a chance to win big on FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in free bets guaranteed.
Sunday, 3-year-old fillies at a mile in the Grade 3 Torrey Pine Stakes from Del Mar. A big weekend of racing from the Seaside Oval. Play Sunday. Del Mar first post, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
TVG's free handicapping tools are at your fingertips. Access expert picks, both found on the app and at TVG.com. Find selections in either the promotions header, under the More tab, or on the race page for select races. And follow your experts to get notified when new picks are available. Then use the bet ticket to play along. Check out TVG's expert picks, both on the app and at TVG.com.
College football returns this weekend, and FanDuel is putting you at the center of every epic rivalry. Because right now, FanDuel is giving all customers a no-sweat bet. That's free bets back if your bet doesn't win for everybody. So all Labor Day weekend, bet on your favorite matchups any way you want. From spreads to live bets to parlays. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
Hey, big man.
Hey.
Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just gonna keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Welcome back to More Ways to Win here on FanDuel TV. Always love having you with us. We're shouting out some of our betting markets with rapid fire predictions. Giddy up, Dave, Pony. You know the drill. I give you the line, you give me your pick. 15 seconds or less, clock is ticking. Pony, you're in Pittsburgh. Steelers getting 6.5 at Cincy.
Worst offensive line in the NFL for the Steelers. Mitch Trubisky makes his first start on the road against the defending AFC champions. That's not a winning formula. The Bengals are going to win this game by more than a touchdown.
Dave, Baltimore at the Jets. New York getting 6.5.
I'm going to lay the 6.5 and take the Ravens to get that job done. Lamar Jackson against whoever it may be, Zach Wilson, doesn't sound like he's going to be healthy enough for week 1. If that means Joe Flacco, total quarterback mismatch, I'll take the Ravens.
Pony, the Colts start on the road in Houston. Indy, 8.5-point favorites there on the road.
The Texans are tanking. They don't want to win. The Colts bring in Matt Ryan. He's 37 years old, but he has a line that can keep him upright, plus Jonathan Taylor. If they're going to win the AFC South, they got to win this one going away, and they will.
Dave, the Trey Lance era kicks off for the 49ers in Chicago. San Francisco favored by 6.5.
I don't think the Bears are very good this year, and they're really not good when they're playing good teams. They're 0-6 against the spread as a home dog against teams that made the playoffs in the previous year. They're not a good team this year. 49ers are very good. I'll lay the points again.
Pony, Phillies in Detroit. Eagles giving 3.5. You really like that line, yeah?
I do. I think the Eagles are the best rushing offense in the entire league with the dual threat Jalen Hurts plus that awesome offensive line. Big Jordan Davis added to that D-line. The Eagles are going to cover because of their work in the trenches.
Okay, Dave, the Giants in Tennessee taking on those Titans. New York getting 5.5.
I'm excited to see what the Giants can do this year with their new coaching changes. Brian Daboll, the new head coach, was the offensive coordinator for the Bills. And, of course, they also brought in the Chiefs quarterback guru, Mike Kafka, as their offensive coordinator. So the guys that molded Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes now get a chance to have Danny Dimes finally break out of his shell. I think they can shut down Derrick Henry by stacking the box and keep that game low scoring and cover. I'll take the Giants.
And the Monday night game and the big news this week in the quarterback contract game, another huge one. Broncos agreeing to terms and signing Russell Wilson to a 5-year, $245 million contract extension, $165 million guaranteed. So Wilson is now tied to Denver for the next 7 years, totaling $296 million. Great job for Wilson getting that done. The Broncos actually start the season in Wilson's old home there in Seattle, taking on this former team. Pony, the Broncos 6.5-point favorites.
I'm down on the Broncos in general this year. It's a green coach, a guy that was a coordinator in Green Bay, Nate Hackett. That offensive line that Russell Wilson was clamoring for in Seattle doesn't get much better than in Denver. And I think the human element to this game, the emotions of the game, I don't think Russell Wilson will be on his game. So I'm actually taking Seattle to cover.
Okay, those are some rapid fire spread bets you can make right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, along with betting the spread. You can, of course, also bet the total. I teased it. We're giving the total a little love now. We're going to do that with a little Betmoji fun added in, just like we did earlier in the show. One guy gives us his pick. The other guys fire back with your emoji responses. We're doing best week 1 totals. Dave, go for it.
You know, I actually like the Arizona Chiefs matchup, but that's the highest number on the board. I was going to do that, and then, you know, I hit myself in the face. You want to see what that looks like? Yeah, I mean, it hurt a little bit. And I ended up going with the lowest total, 41.5. I was looking for more of a smack, but I didn't get the sound I was looking for. So I'm going with the lowest total on the board. That is New Orleans and Atlanta. Look, Mariota brought a little bit of spark to them. He's elusive. He's going to get a lot of first downs. And we know Jameis Winston likes to hang up touchdowns early in the year. So over 41.5.
All right, Pony Cole. Your reaction to that?
Money and oh, come on.
We couldn't have it. Reactions farther apart on that one. All right. Okay, so Pony, why the thumbs down? The nice way to put it.
Thumbs down because Dave's bringing up Mariota Sparks. When and where? The guy got benched in Tennessee. It's the worst skill position group. They got a wide receiver at running back, Dave. They got Cordell Patterson.
He'll run for 2
Atlanta.
touchdowns. Bet him as an anytime touchdown scorer, too.
I'll bet against him. And I want to see you slap yourself in the face again, please.
That's the sound. There it is. Took me twice.
Cole, I don't even need to ask you. You just cash money, yes, go with it, boom, done. All right, we're going to get to your bet in just a moment. Pony, you are up.
I'm on a personal mission to make the Eagles and Lions game, I guess, the biggest game of my weekend because I'm going back to that well. I'm betting the over. Here's my quick logic on this. This game has the 6th highest total. Now, I respect John Sheeran, the odds maker at FanDuel, a lot. If I were to ask people blindly, would this be a high-scoring game? I think the reaction would largely be no. So I think John knows something that the layperson doesn't. I think he believes in Philly's offense just like me. Lions with some backdoor cover points, and I think that's what drives this game over.
All right. Cole, your reaction?
I can't ever get behind the Lions in anything. I mean, I like Dan Campbell. I like the fact that dude wants to bite people's kneecaps off. But, I mean, they're the Lions. At the end of the day, I mean, you'd be better on betting that the sun wouldn't rise next morning.
All right, Cole.
I can't go with Detroit. I can't
Cole,
do it.
then fire up your bet. What's your bet?
Okay, I'm going to have to go with Dave when it comes to the point total, 41.5. But I'm going with a different ball game. I'm going San Francisco at Chicago, a revisitation of last year's matchup at Soldier Field. 55 points total in the 11-point 49er win. Week 1, however, both of these teams, I think they're going to spin their tires, try to find that identity. I'm going to go with the under in this one, 21-14. San Francisco, unfortunately, they get the W. Sorry, Chicago fans.
Torn. It's either really good pick
now they're just
or
holding
really
up all
bad
their
pick.
paddles. All right, guys, we're moving on. Up next, we pour some gas on this fire. Super Bowl value picks. 2 of our experts actually agree. See which team they're backing. That's coming up next here on More Ways to Win, here on FanDuel TV.
The Hisense 100-day guarantee. You'll regret nothing about the TV. You'll still have all those regrets about the poor choices you've made in your life.
Damn straight, semi-famous brand ambassador. And now you can get awarded $100 when you buy a Hisense Google TV. That's $100 if you love it. 100 days to return it if you don't. Choose love. Choose Hisense.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Tuesday, join FanDuel TV on Track Live for the Grade 3 Virginia Derby and Phillies shine in the Virginia Oaks. Play Tuesday. Colonial Downs First Post, 1:45 Eastern, 10:45 Pacific.
Do you want to throw like a pro? In my new video series, I'll teach you to throw like me.
The only thing I want to learn is how to properly eat a jumbo jack.
First, you want to hold the jumbo jack with 2 hands.
Order all your favorites with the Jack mobile app today.
Twisted Tea fans love football, so we're surprising them with a Twisted Tea drop. We're kicking off game day with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Cold, refreshing, and goes down smooth with 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
This is Omaha Steaks. This is Omaha Steaks. So's this. And this. And even this. And yeah, this too. There are so many ways to enjoy our guaranteed perfection. just a little everyday wisdom from Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com/TV today and you'll get 8 free burgers. Never tried Omaha Steaks? Save an extra $20 with code SUMMER at checkout.
Welcome back, and drum roll, please. Let's get our guys' Super Bowl picks. Dave, bring it strong. You're up first. Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Well, I just think the Chargers have all the pieces in place here, both offensively and defensively. Khalil Mack coming in to help out Joey Bosa. I think they're just solid both sides of the ball. Huge year for Justin Herbert. Give me the Chargers.
Pony?
Dave? I'm with you, dude. I'm right there. I'm taking them. I'm going with the LA Chargers. We're either giving them what they need to make the Super Bowl or jinxing them to last place. Love LA.
The jinx is on, and if I wouldn't have got bumped like Matt Damon on Jimmy Kimmel, you would already know, because I'm going with AFC division game vibes. Tampa Bay and Vegas Raiders. They're winning this one. You know that's right.
All right, guys, great stuff. In addition, top of the FanDuel Sportsbook app, make sure to check out the FanDuel Casino app. The app just launched an exclusive FanDuel-branded live dealer casino. It's available to play in Michigan and Pennsylvania. That means you don't need to leave home to be in the casino, and you can play all your favorite table games like blackjack and roulette. Check out FanDuel Casino. That will do it for us as we kicked off FanDuel TV today and started Season 5 of More Ways to Win. Thank you for being here. We'll see you right back here next week.